we have a question from Seabogs who asked, any tips on writing reports for clients quicker? The sources in its citations bog my time down. Now, I'll admit, I'm probably the wrong person to ask about client reports. I'm just being honest here. I don't love writing genealogy research reports that someone else is going to pay me for. I've done it a few times, mostly for generation projects, and I so much prefer writing narratives to the formal client report. I have discovered I'm a storyteller who uses analytical details, not an analytical writer who includes a story snippet here or there. But hey, I've learned a couple of things along the way, and I want to share what has worked for me when I've had to write reports. Hopefully, it will help you. Let's start with the big question. How do you capture citations faster without getting bogged down in the detail? First of all, Goldie May has a fantastic logging system that I've used for research. If you're doing online research, Goldie May can save you a ton of time by generating a research log for you at the click of the button. And here's the cool part. When you log digital resources like Family Search or Ancestry, you can save your links and any notes. It even helps you create a citation as you go. If you're using the paid version, it will pull citations directly from Family Search and occasionally Ancestries, and sometimes other sources too, which is super handy, right? This can help you track your research as you go instead of scrambling to remember where you found a certain detail later. I'll drop a link to a video I made where I talk about in more detail how to use Goldie May, so be sure to check that out. The second tool I want to mention is RootsMagic. They almost have a decent research log development tool. Almost. They offer a to-do list feature that can track your research task, and when you check it off, you can add a citation to your family tree. Once you've done that, you can generate a research log, a cited pedigree chart, and group sheet. The to-do list tasks with citations will combine citations and what you did, and it gets you almost there to creating everything you need to do a client report. If you're already in RootsMagic, play around with the to-do list feature. While it's not perfect, it's still handy for organizing your research as you go. Now for the client report, here's what I suggest. Templates are a game changer. I've developed a couple of report templates for research reports. There are sections that you'll find yourself repeating constantly, especially things like tables or summary information. These are super repetitive in any report, and if you have a template, it's a huge time saver because a simple find and replace of repetitive items can speed up your report writing. However, I will not promise that these will help you pass credentialing boards examinations, as they might spot repetitive reports and ding you for it. So use the template with caution until you gain your credentials. If you want to view that template, you can watch a webinar where I demonstrate how I built that research report and find a link to the resources on the familyhistoryfanatics.com /research page to check it out. Now I want to wrap up with why I prefer biographies over client reports. I do not enjoy writing client reports. It sounds weird, especially coming from a Family History Fanatics. It tells you how I debunked many of my brick walls using a genealogy research report, but I'm way happier writing biographies than formal research reports. There's something about the story, the narrative that unfolds when you trace your ancestor's life that makes my heart sing. And reports, they feel more like formalities, which doesn't give me the same creative flow. I will do them for complicated projects, but not for every ancestor I have, and definitely not for clients. There isn't one simple magic tool that will solve all your citation and client report woes. But between Goldie May, RootsMagic, and research report templates, you'll have a solid foundation to work more efficiently. And remember, if you're a genealogist like me who loves the story, don't forget to focus on writing those narratives. I hope these tips help you write faster and more efficiently without losing your sanity. What do you think? Do you have any tricks up your sleeve for speeding up the report writing process? Let me know in the comments below.